Alright, hey, so I'm just trying something out here. I haven't actually made or published any videos other than the auto recordings, so I'm gonna try and actually make a video here. While I wasn't streaming, I had a really interesting game against Dragoncraft with my janky Shadow semi-res, more mid-range deck, and I just wanted to show it and give some commentary and then publish it as a video to try it out. So anyway, I just want to say this is a very exciting game because it looks for a long time like Dragon's not doing anything, but I'll explain why this is actually a very close
This one's
match.
for my family.
So right off, I get a little greedy and I keep my Serdwin in my Strix because I figure, hey, I might draw a Zeus and, you know, then be able to res it early and all that. I never draw a Zeus. I only have 2 Zeuses, by the way. I don't want to craft a third just for this deck. But anyway, I never draw a Zeus. And so I start off, and I immediately notice that, okay, yeah, this guy's a Lindworm deck, right? So I start keeping count, and then I stop keeping count. Now here's the clutch card here, Moon and Sun. Watch. Every time I pick Moon and Sun, it gives me 2 shadows. I want to point that out, because the spell goes away, it counts as a shadow, and then you get the body, and it's a shadow. You're going to see, this Moon and Sun is going to carry this match. Look at my shadow count, and all I do is just play Moon and Sun, right? Meanwhile, he's getting some really, really good curve, right? He has Blaze Breath, he has Double Somniferous, but we're going to see how that backfires a little bit. He has Dragon's Foresight with the Enhance, so he just pulled Lindworm, probably, because, well, he pulled either Frenzied Drake or Lindworm, because I think those are the only minions in the 5 or more defense category that he's running. So anyway, he has his own Moon and Sun, which is also good for Lindworm, because again, that counts as a spell. You get him, you get a follower, but you're still casting a spell. Now, I could Soul Squasher here, but I want to save my shadows so that I can Yaktar. Because against Lindworm, pressure is the name of the game, right? So I'm just gonna, Ceres because literally the only card in this deck that deals with it at 6 mana, in an efficient way is Galua. And as it happens, he has Galua. But it's actually not as big a deal as it seems because this puts a card in his hand, right? And then and guess what? Next turn, you'll notice he has 7 cards in hand. By the way, I was shocked that he took White Breath here when he has so many cards. But anyway, I thought he had Black Breath here. Anyway, I just put Yaktar down because I want those stats on the board. I don't want him to feel safe to do like Canyon of the Dragons because that would win the game for him. So I want to pressure him. I want him to think, and I do have another Yaktar. So if he Canyons, I hit him for a huge amount. So I'm saving myself Canyon. Note that he burns 2 cards here. I don't know what they are, but I'm assuming that he was upset about it. So first Scyther, but notice no Canyon. I just need to keep putting pressure on him so he cannot Canyon. Because if he Canyons in a safe place, he wins the game. And later, if he can Lindworm and not die in 2 turns, he'll also win the game. So from here on, I know I need to just put maximal pressure. So I'm just like, you know what? Just put maximal pressure. I notice it's out of Evos, so I play my Soul Squasher, just for tempo, just for shadows. I have Aisha in hand, so I know I just need to get him to 10, right? It's not easy. Anyway, so notice that he's played a ton of spell cards. He has already played 10. He is ready to Lindworm on 10. He has drawn his Lindworm, I'm pretty sure, and he is ready to Lindworm on 10. So I'm like, whatever happens, I just need to put as much health pressure on board as possible every single turn so that he cannot Lindworm. Because I have no answer to Lindworm. I can't deal with a 10-10, and if he gets 2 turns, he just kills me, right? So I have to put maximal pressure on him every single turn. And it's really kind of actually neck and neck here, because if he gets a single turn of room, like if I do a single slow turn where I play like Ceres or something and he feels safe doing Lindworm, I will lose the game. So here I'm just like, I'm gonna pause here. So I put Apple on this, by the way. Yeah, I put Apple on it. Did you notice? That'll come in handy because I'm not drawing my Zeuses, right? And I don't have time to do Serdwin and do the res potion anyway. So anyway, I'm gonna evolve this and attack it in because that puts 8 damage on the board, right? 8 damage, and then I have Aisha and I have 10 shadows. Notice that I am threatening pretty much exact lethal as soon as he goes into 10, so he cannot Lindworm. If he Lindworms me in the face next turn, he dies. And it's very important that I evoed here, because if I didn't evo right now on this Tsukuyomi, he would just trade, Lindworm, and I'd have no way of killing him, and I'd just die to Lindworm, or, you know, just whatever, not being able to kill his Lindworm in an efficient fashion, and then yeah. So anyway, I have to do an evo here, and it turns out to pay off. So let's watch. Now, he must know that I have Aisha, or suspect it, because he does not Lindworm me here. If he had Lindwormed me, he would have lost. Right now. Instead, he does Frenzied Drake. Okay. So now I'm nervous, because did he get enough space? But look, I have that... Remember, I played that friggin' apple. Now watch this.
This head can't be taken.
And the Moon and Sun came back. I'm threatening turbo lethal now. I don't have 10 shadows anymore, but I don't even need it, because look, I have 11 damage on board and 12. So he can't play Lindworm. And look, he actually took White Breath, which I was really surprised. That was from all the way back on turn 5 or whatever. He had that breath. All right, and so here I'm digging for basically maybe some answer that's even more efficient. But anyway, I don't get it. So I decide to just instant potion. I'm instant potioning here because, you know, tempo, shadows. And note that I now have, well, yeah, shadows for Aisha next turn. And yeah. Anyway, he concedes right now. But he took White Breath both times. Anyway, yeah. That seems like I stomped him, but believe me, if I had done anything different in this game, I guarantee you, he Lindworms and I lose. If I hadn't done every single play exactly as I did it, threatening lethal every single turn, either with Yaktar or with Aisha, I would have lost, because I needed to threaten lethal every single turn, or else he just Lindworms me and lose. I was really psyched to win that game, because it was actually quite close. Anyway, I'm gonna stop streaming now, maybe get on in a second, because I want to have it be one contained video. Let's see how it works.